reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. This is Sports Tonight. It's good to have you join us. I'm Austin Okorakwana on the show tonight. We'll continue to celebrate the champions of Season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. The boys from Barnham Model Primary School in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. What a story they told us when they came to Lagos. They were the last team to register for the competition, but came to Lagos to play breathtaking football to emerge champions. Today, they met with the governor of the state, the governor of Rivers State, and the governor had beautiful things to say to them. So we're going to relive the moment tonight of how Barnham Model Primary School emerged champions of the Channels International Kids Cup Season 11, and then we'll listen to those beautiful things that the governor said to the champions. I'm loving football at the grassroots. Walk with us on this journey. We'll talk about the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. It's the 32nd edition of the competition. The first time we're having 24 teams. At the first time that we're also going to see the video assistant referee. Yet to win, Tunisia, one of the favorites of the competition. It's not looking good for Tunisia. They played 1-1 with Angola in their opening match. Today, 1-1 with Mali again. So in that group, it's looking very, very tough. For the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia tells you that the Africa Cup of Nations is competitive. Yes, it is competitive. Did you see what Kenya did to Tanzania? Wow, Tanzania, they were looking good to get down, but Kenya kept pushing and pushing, and they won by 3-2. We'll take a look at the Africa Cup of Nations tonight on the program. We'll continue with our assessment of the Super Eagles after that victory over Guinea. They have Madagascar to deal with on Sunday. Another opportunity for Coach Genotro to talk the team a little. Take a look at those players that are sitting on the bench that also have the quality of those that have been given opportunity to play. So we'll talk about Nigeria versus Madagascar, the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. We'll also continue to talk about the developments of wrestling in Nigeria. In Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, they're having the 3rd edition of the National Wrestling Championship, sponsored by the state governor. And for the Nigeria Wrestling Federation, it goes beyond just having that competition. It serves as selection process for the All-Africa Games and the World Championships in Kazakhstan. The Federation, they are also using it to take a look at wrestlers that have improved, that can replace some of the guys that we know that have been doing so well with wrestling in the country. Over 500 athletes. Wow. Featured at that one. Even the cadet wrestlers had an opportunity to fight. We'll talk about the 3rd edition of the Governor Dixon Wrestling Championship tonight on the program. Hopefully, we're going to have the president of the Nigeria Wrestling Federation, Daniel Igali, join us from Yenagoa to talk some more. It's all about the development of wrestling in Nigeria. You know the story. Edo State, they won the rights to host the 2020 National Sports Festival, and they're racing against time. The deputy governor says, look, we are going to show Nigeria how to put together a world-class event. The Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium has been going through loads of renovations. So today we'll assess the level of renovation work that has been done at that stadium. The state government, they are assuring us that it will be ready by September. We'll talk about the development, infrastructure developments in Nigeria. We'll get our attention also on the show tonight. We're not forgetting what's going on right there, the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. At the moment, it's the United States of America, defending champions, taking on the host country, France. The United States of America, they lead by a single goal, but the French team, they are pushing and pushing. Should the United States of America win that one, you know they love winning when it comes to women's football, and that's why they went back home to say, whatever you are giving to the men, we don't want to hear anymore. Let the men come out and show us what they've won, and we will also bring our achievements and see if the men will stand. So they said, look, it's equality that we're fighting for, that there must be, they should be earning the same thing as the men. And when the U.S. Federation, Soccer Federation, tried to get into it during the World Cup, they said, no, we're not disturbed. Let them just deal with it. When we get back home, we'll give our part. They want to retain the title that they won the FIFA World Cup. We'll talk about the FIFA Women's World Cup, round of 16 fixtures, and of course, I'll let you know what's going on right there. We'll also take a look at the 2019 ITO Cup. Quarterfinal matches went down today. That fairy tale has ended. the guys, Smart City Football Club, they did their best. Yeah, it got into penalties with Niger Tornadoes, and they lost. They told Aimba to go back home. They told Shooting Stars to go back home, but now it's end of the road for them in the quarterfinal. So it's football where anything can happen. We'll talk about the quarterfinal fixtures for the men, for quarterfinal results for the men, and the quarterfinal fixtures for the women. Those matches will be played on Sunday. So much going down in our world of sports. First tonight on your award-winning sports-loving channels, television, wherever you are in the world. This is where I want you to be part of the program. It's just you and I tonight. Now, I don't want any disturbance. Let's talk sports. Let's debate. Let's dissect those issues. So much is going down in our world of sports. I told you that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they will take on Madagascar on Sunday at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. What do you expect from that one? What do you want Coach Gernot to do in terms of shuffling his players and giving an opportunity to some of those guys that we haven't seen? Who would you like to see that has been on the bench? I think I'd like to see John Ogu. Who would you like to see? Enro Yekuru? Who talk to us when we get to that discussion? We'll also take a look at some of the results, in fact, live results on the show tonight at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. We'll talk about the FIFA Women's World Cup. So if you love women's football, be part of the show. Talk to us. The United States of America, they are taking on the host country, France. It's not looking good for the host country, but hey, it's football. Anything can happen. We'll keep monitoring it. We'll talk about wrestling. We'll talk about the National Sports Festival and how Edo State is getting ready to host Nigeria. We will also talk about season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. The boys from Banham Model Primary School, they are the champions. They met with the governor today. I love the story. I will tell you on this show tonight. We'll also talk about the 2019 ITO Cup quarterfinal results for the men and quarterfinal fixtures for the women. So talk to us. Use the hashtag 2019 AFCON. Is that straightforward? Hashtag Women's World Cup, hashtag ITO Cup, hashtag Wrestling in Nigeria. We're hoping to have Daniel Igali, the president of the Nigeria Wrestling Federation, to talk to us tonight on the program as regards the National Wrestling Championships that is going on right there in Yenagoa, the capital of Bayelsa State. We'll also talk about the AFCON. Yes, Tunisia. Can you believe it? They were tipped as favorites. They are yet to win a match at the AFCON. I'm whispering because I didn't see that coming. They couldn't beat Angola. Today, they couldn't beat Mali. Just 2 points from 2 matches. The Carthage Eagles, desperate times for them. Let's see if they can actually bounce back. That's about the outlook of the show tonight. Sports Tonight on your award-winning, sports-loving channels, television, wherever you are in the world. Join us. Come, let us play for the love of the game. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube /channelsweb. If you log on to m.channelstv.com, you should be able to download the Channels TV app for your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones, and your Android can also do it, just so you can keep up with the pace. I keep telling you, so much is going on in our world of sports. You cannot afford to blink lest you'll be asking questions. Let's talk sports now. Let me tell you about season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. Before we get into it, let's see live results coming from the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. We are monitoring that one big time, and I want you to be part of the show. What got you talking after seeing some of the matches that have been concluded today at the Africa Cup of Nations? What do you think about Tunisia? Look at confirmation of that result there. I told you that this Cup of Nations will be a shocker to a lot of persons. Cote d'Ivoire lost to Morocco by a single goal. I thought Morocco was decent and they wanted to win. They gave it that approach and they won. So at the moment, it's South Africa 0, Namibia 0. Those teams, both of them lost their their opening matches. So let's see who is going to win. South Africa lost to Cote d'Ivoire. Namibia lost to Morocco. Yes, that 85th minute goal. It was actually an own goal. So it was a really painful loss for the Namibians. We'll continue to monitor that one. Let me tell you what happened today in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The winners of season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup, Banham Model Primary School, they have been chosen by the River State governor, Nyesom Wike, to be the first set of kids at the Real Madrid Academy that will start in August. The governor said, look, we've been planning, we've been talking to Real Madrid, we've been looking for how we'll get kids to start it. You guys, for going to Lagos to represent the state, to win medals and bring that Giants trophy back home, you're going to be the first set of kids that will feature at the Real Madrid Academy that will start in August. Governor Wike made this pledge while receiving the victorious team at the government house in Port Harcourt. The governor also commended the management of Channels Television for the competition and revealed that the kids from Banham Model will also be visiting Real Madrid's training camp. Wow! The training camp in Spain for 2 weeks during the summer holiday. Beautiful. Didn't I tell you that at the grassroots, everyone is a winner? We love it so much. The Channels International Kids Cup leading the revolution for grassroots football development in Nigeria. Rivers State, the last team to register for the competition, they called, have you seen our letter? We really want to be part of this. We're going to take a look. Technical committee started screening even before they came. They gave us the MVP, Kingdom Tamuno. He's from Banham Model Primary School. Look at them, shaking hands with the governor. And the governor giving them back the certificate from the Channels International Kids Cup. I love this. I love this story so much because we keep saying that it's not when you take money. But when you appreciate and contribute to the development of grassroots football, that is valuable. The kids will be the first set of kids to feature at the Real Madrid Academy that is coming up in August. The governor also said they will take all of them to Real Madrid's training camp in Spain for 2 weeks. Beautiful. Let's go to Port Harcourt, the River State capital, and get some talking points from the governor of the state.
You'll be the first that will give automatic admission in the Real Madrid Academy. The school through the SUBEP should forward their names to the Ministry of Sports, those who played the football. I don't want any additional names of my uncle's son. I don't want that. We must encourage those who have shown talent. We must encourage those who are willing to also assure you what I will do for you. And encourage you. You go and do international passport for them. I will take you to Madrid. I want to encourage you, while you are playing football too, read their books. So that if there's any mistake, you fall back. So that you don't say that, oh, since you don't make it in football, then education is also not there. That's when the Real Madrid Academy does football and there's also education combined. So it has a primary school and it has a secondary school. So you go and play ball, you come back for classes. And that's how it's supposed to be. By August, the academy would have opened. So I felt that you need to be encouraged. You've done very, very well. And let me also thank the management of Channels for this tournament. This also brings out our young boys who have talent. If other people can also, motivate children in other sporting activities. There are those that may be good in basketball. There are those that may be good in athletics. And by the time I swear in the cabinet, one thing that Minister of Sports must do, there must be these competitions in all sporting activities every year.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you so much. He reminded them that while you're playing football, remember to read your books. That's very major. It's football and education at the Channels International Kids Cup. We don't just tell them, go and play football and just play football. No, we're building a total man that understands what it takes to be a leader, to get life values. We're teaching them integrity. You remember the story of Good Luck Destiny, the boy from Edo State that found wallets, that found a phone. He got 100,000 naira for doing that here in Lagos. When he went to his state, the governor said, come, for being a fantastic ambassador, scholarship of 500,000 naira. We love the story. And the governor is saying, we're starting the Real Madrid Academy in August in Port Harcourt. You guys will be, look, they are the pioneers. They will be respected. They will go back and tell other kids that, look, we launched it. And the launching part was the Channels International Kids Cup. Governor said, I'm taking you guys to Real Madrid. You go to the training camp. You go and see those top stars so you can be motivated. I love this story. Thank you so much, River State. We called them out, said, look, we are waiting to see you guys welcome these heroes to encourage our future champions. And they've done just that. Thank you so much. So it's other states can also join in. Edo State didn't win. Governor welcomed the kids, encourage them. She's going to improve sports facilities in their school. And that's what we want. That's the objective of the Channels International Kids Cup, to put grassroots football out there, to let the kids express their God-given talent, give them a platform to be seen. And that's the exposure we're doing. Thank you so much once again. River State government will continue to monitor the progress of those kids and the development of grassroots football all across Nigeria and Africa. That's the vision. Let's get on with the show now. Talk about the third edition of the Governor Dickson National Wrestling Championships. Over 500,000. Over 500 wrestlers, I was going to say 1,000, 500 wrestlers are featured at that one. That doesn't just serve as a championship, but also a qualifying process for the All-African Games and the World Championships in Kazakhstan. Bosse Samuel retained that title today at the competition. A lot of athletes are excited that they had an opportunity to compete, because we don't get to see a lot of competition, so athletes is not getting that required experience and exposure. But for the Nigeria Wrestling Federation, putting this together is an avenue to discover more talent, to assess the quality of those ones that they already have, and then pick athletes for the All-Africa Games and the World Championships that will take place in Kazakhstan. Let's just take a look at some of the results from the cadets, the final result from the women's 55 kg. Ute Blessing came from a club called Moronye. She got the gold medal in that one. Aboje Isioma from Delta State got a silver, while Amakuru Juliet from Bayelsa State got the bronze. In the women's 76 kg, you know her, champion, African champion, in fact, Blessing Uyebuchi, representing Edo State, won the gold medal. Shonde Roda from the Nigerian Army won the silver, while Ogu Juliet got the bronze medal for our club. In the Greco-Roman 72 kg for women, for the men rather, Woye Emmanuel, national champion representing Delta State, got the gold. Ulabo Solomon from Bayelsa State got silver, while Benedict Olayemi from Lagos State got the bronze medal. In the 77 kg Greco-Roman for men, Tochukwu Okeke of the Nigerian Army got the gold medal. Isama Samuel from Lagos State won silver, while Agbonifo Ehinche from Edo State got the bronze medal. 70 kg freestyle, Samson Clarkson from Bayelsa State got the gold medal. Loads of results from today's events, and of course the medals table. Let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll continue with the National Wrestling Championship. Hopefully Daniel Igali will join us then. We'll talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Stay.